Elements of a Folktale by Mrs. Sarik's class.
Magic is one of the elements of a fairy tale. In the fairy tale Cinderella, I drew fairy godmother fixing Cinderella's dress. Because fairy mother's wand is magic, and it turns Cinderella's rag into a beautiful gown. A problem is one of the elements of a fairy tale. In the fairy tale Rumpelstiltskin, I drew the miller's daughter guessing Rumpelstiltskin's name because the miller's daughter had to guess Rumpelstiltskin's name or else he will steal her baby. Problem is one of the elements in a fairy tale. In the fairy tale Cinderella, I drew Cinderella wearing her new dress because in the story the problem was the stepsisters and stepmother wouldn't let Cinderella go to the ball, but her fairy godmother came and made her a new dress so she could go to the ball. Magic is one of the elements of a fairy tale. In the fairy tale Cinderella, I drew Cinderella the fairy godmother because the fairy godmother used magic to help Cinderella go to the ball.
An evil character is one of the elements of a folktale. In the folktale, Three Boats Goes Gruff, I drew the troll on the bridge because he does not let the goats cross. He is evil.
And the number 3 is one of the elements of a fairy tale. In the fairy tale Rumpelstiltskin, I drew the 3 rooms in Rumpelstiltskin because in Rumpelstiltskin, the king wanted the miller's daughter to make straw into gold, and the king gave her 3 rooms. The good character is one of the elements of a folk tale. In the folk tale, Toadie's bread, I drew Angelo helping Toadie make bread because Toadie needed help making bread. He got ideas from other bread he tasted. Angelo is a good character in the story. An evil character is one of the elements of a folk tale. In the folk tale Three Billy Goats Gruff, I drew the billy goat trying to cross the bridge because the troll is the evil character and he wasn't letting the goats cross the bridge. A problem is one of the elements of a folktale. In the folktale Stone Soup, I drew the 3 men because they were hungry. Because they were in war for 2 days with no food, so they were hungry.
An evil character is one of the elements of a folktale. In the folktale, the Three Billy Goats Gruff, I drew the troll because he was not nice and did not let the goats pass.
Magic is one of the elements of a fairy tale. In the fairy tale Rumpelstiltskin, I drew Rumpelstiltskin weaving straw into gold because the king told the girl to weave gold, but Rumpelstiltskin was magic, so he did it. Magic is one of the elements of a fairy tale. In the fairy tale Rumpelstiltskin, I drew Rumpelstiltskin turning the hay into gold because he uses magic to make the gold.
The number 3 is one of the elements of a fairy tale. In the fairy tale Rumpelstiltskin, I drew a calendar because in the book, the queen had to guess the dwarf's name in 3 days.
The number 3 is one of the elements of a fairy tale. In the fairy tale Rumpelstiltskin, I drew a 3-day calendar because the miller's daughter had 3 days to guess Rumpelstiltskin's name.
Good character is one of the elements of
a fairy tale. In the fairy tale Rumpelstiltskin, I drew Rumpelstiltskin helping the miller's daughter. Number 3 is one of the elements in a fairy tale. In the fairy tale Jack and the Beanstalk, I drew Jack climbing the beanstalk because Jack went up the beanstalk 3 times to the castle in the sky.
Magic is one of the elements of a fairy tale. In the fairy tale Cinderella, I drew Cinderella in her ugly dress because the fairy godmother used magic to transform her ugly dress into a beautiful dress for the ball.
The number 3 is one of the elements of a folk tale. In the folk tale, it's the three Billy Goats Gruff. I drew the 3 Billy Goats Gruff because in the fairy tale there were 3 goats. The number 3 is one of the elements of a folktale. In the folktale Stregonona, I drew 3 kisses because Stregonona blows 3 kisses to stop the pasta from flowing into the town.
A problem is one of the elements of a folk tale. In the folk tale 3 Billy Goats Gruff, I drew the 3 Billy Goats Gruff trying to cross the bridge because the troll did not let them cross the bridge. A problem is one of the elements of a folk tale. In the folk tale Anansi and the Talking Watermelon, I drew Turtle bringing the talking watermelon to the king because Turtle could not figure out what made the watermelon talk. Magic is one of the elements of a fairy tale. In the fairy tale Cinderella, I drew Cinderella with the fairy godmother because the fairy godmother was using magic on Cinderella so she can go to the ball.
Number 3 is one of the elements of a folktale. In the folktale Rumpelstiltskin, I drew 3 different rooms because the girl has to go to 3 different rooms in the castle because the king wants gold. If she can spin gold, she can be queen.